Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matt Williams. I'm the director here at Sky Lake, and it's great to have you along for this Thursday, the 4th of March's virtual mini hike live from Sky Lake. I'm going to turn my camera around. You can see part of the stream running behind me, and then a little break in all the ice and snow where you can see the water, which means that spring is just around the corner, but we're still dealing with a little bit of winter today. A little run off from the hill up by Underwood Lodge. We're going to take a little walk past here, and we're going to talk a little bit about birds. Now, you can see right there that a pileated woodpecker has been hard at work looking for some bugs that are residing in this older tree that is ready to come down any moment. But one of the things I love about spring is that not only does it stop snowing, but we get to see the return of many birds, or in some cases, just the birds that have been here all along, coming out and having a grand old time. So one bird that we think of as flying elsewhere for winter actually stays right nearby and just roosts for the winter, and that would be the robin. So we often think, oh, the robins are back, look at them. They never left. But what they've done is, for the winter, they've all gathered together someplace that has a good cover, and they roost together, so they provide warmth for one another, which I think is a really good metaphor for, camp life in general. We help one another stay safe and stay warm. And just gonna pause here and look at the runoff. I do have my snowshoes on today, which is a good thing, because if I didn't, I'd probably be sinking right through down into that runoff. And as you can see, a deer clearly came through here and didn't have its snowshoes on, so it did sink down through that snow. Anyway, so the robins have been here all winter, but they've been hanging out together someplace warm. Just a cool little fact that I didn't know until I really started to get into birding a few years ago, that they just stay around and stay out of sight. And we have had a fun week here, weather-wise. It's been warm, it's been cold, it's been frigid, it's been like, breakout shorts weather. Today it's cool and windy, but we are looking forward to the forecast that says we're going to be up in the 50s for a couple days next week. So that is exciting. I am also glad that haven't really had to plow much in the past week. This is the first time this winter where we've had this long of a break in between snowstorms. And we have some more tracks right through here. I don't know if you can make them out all that well. They're a little covered by snow now. Now, we do have some, they look like cat tracks, and in this case, domesticated house cats that maybe have gone a little feral. We have a few of those around who just kind of hang out, and so that's what it looks like, which makes sense for right here. We're not too far into the woods. Just kind of enjoying the trail. I'm grateful for the snowshoers before me who have packed down a trail. Because if you've joined Jenna on any of these hikes, she's broken a couple paths on these. And if you joined in to our mini hike last week with our special guest Paul Sweet, we talked about what it's like to snowshoe on a packed trail versus a unpacked trail. So this snow is not really good to demonstrate, but if you were to look at how I'm making the tracks now, it's much harder work than just to come back over here on an established trail. Because this one, you can move right along. So we're going to walk down to the old horse trough and look at where there are some natural springs that end up feeding the lake, and then we will call it a day. But I love, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. The wind above the trees, but as we get into the coverage of the trees, the canopy blocks a fair amount of that wind. Whereas if we're wide out in the open, we will feel it. But here's the old watering trough that was built for Willis Sharp Kilmer's horses when all this was part of his estate. And right behind it, you can really see where some of those natural springs are. If you ever wonder where there might be some natural springs on a piece of property, look for open spots that show some grass, because underneath those are where the springs are that create just enough warmth to melt the snow and ice above it. So that is a pretty neat way, and really we don't get to see that in the summertime or spring or autumn. That is unique to winter, because hopefully that's the only time of year that it snows. And with that, my friends, I leave you with this view of these wonderful trees. Have a great weekend. Hope you'll join us Sunday evening for our campfire, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have a wonderful day.